Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and this is gonna be my Master League Premier Classic best teams video. Today we're gonna take a look at the best teams that you can use, but also how to counter them. We're gonna see some teams that really utilize against and around the meta. So this is gonna be an exciting and fun video overall, and with really handful tips that you can use for your journey to Legend, Expert, whatever that might be in Go Battle League. So without any further ado trainers, let's start off with the first team composition. The first team is gonna utilize around the core of Dragonite and Metagross. Those two Pokemon are gonna be meta defining, they're gonna be everywhere, most of the times together in the same team and at the backline, so just keep an eye out of that. And because we have a core like that that really covers up each other's weaknesses really effectively, the only core breaker for the core is gonna be something like an Excadrill. We're gonna have a Gyarados with Waterfall up in front. We're gonna cover that ground weakness that we have pretty effectively with Gyarados, not only against Excadrill but also against other threats like something like a Swampert, something like a Garchomp. This version of Gyarados can really handle those threats. I do not like Aqua Tail on my Gyarados. I prefer always to use my Outrage over Aqua Tail while keeping the crunch for some really nice damage and perhaps a debuff to the opponent. Waterfall Gyarados also has an easier matchup than the Dragon version of Gyarados against a Metagross, which is always nice. The core breaker of this team though is gonna be the Hydreigon, because it can go pretty well against the Waterfall Gyarados with ease, has an even matchup with Dragonite, and of course with Brutal Swing, which was its community day move. It has a very nice matchup against Metagross as well, with kind of an easy win for the Hydreigon. Also, this team is gonna be extremely meta relevant. It's gonna be pretty much around everywhere in the current meta of Master League Premier Classic, and I think that you are not gonna regret using this team towards your advantage. This actual line is gonna prove to be one of the best in the entire Master League Premier Classic. Next up, we have a Florges team. This Pokemon is gonna lead an ABB team style with double ground on the back. Florges is gonna also have access to Vine Whip, but I prefer Fairy Wind as my fast attack because it just charges up my charge attacks pretty faster than Vine Whip, and also you can always use it either with Tackle, which was recently updated, or even Razor Leaf if you feel like you have to, but I think that Fairy Wind is just a strict upgrade to Vine Whip, and you're gonna get your charge attacks pretty fast, and of course you are a pure fairy type with a very nice moveset. Just keep in mind that Psychic will not be that much needed because your main threats are gonna be the steel types. Fires and poisons are not gonna be around at all, so Florges is gonna have an easier job overall and a very good leader to be in total for the meta. Closer of the team, this Garchomp, you can always use it with Fire Blast as a spicy safe switch, but I prefer it as a closer because Outrage is just gonna destroy down any other dragon type out there. Keep in mind that you can use Earth Power, which is its community day move, or Sand Tomb if you do not have one. You're gonna be on a kinda same situation if you go with back-to-back Sand Tombs against any opponent, and of course you can have a cheaper move to debuff the enemy, or even use the Dragon Tail over Mudshot, but I prefer Mudshot because I can use my Outrage pretty much easier. Safe switch of the team, Excadrill. This Pokemon covers a really nice amount of the meta, however it's kinda glassy, but it can bait out something that the other Pokemon is afraid of, something like a fighter for example. Core breaker of the team, Avalak, because individually it goes pretty well against the entire of this team, but still you have a lot of answers against this Pokemon. Did you find it weird that we had before a fairy type up in front without that fairy type being a Charmer? Well, here is a Charmer. We're gonna have Togekiss up on the lead, another fairy type, but this time with a little bit of a twist, gonna be a Charmer and also a flying type. Closer of the team is gonna be the amazing Swampert, which is just gonna go crazy to the opponent with back-to-back moves, and just keep in mind that you might want to run Sludge Wave over Earthquake because you're gonna have kind of a better matchup against a Dragonite and a Togekiss, but overall Earthquake is gonna help you a lot against other dragon types like Haxorus Stegosaurus, like Garchomp, and even nuke down whole steel types like Metagross, which are all gonna be key Pokemon to the meta. Also, Sludge Wave can help you against Gyarados, which is not gonna be a core breaker for this team, so I think that Earthquake is gonna go kinda better if you decide to play Swampert in team composition like this. Swampert is also gonna be paired at the backline with Snorlax, which is gonna be one of the safe switches, one of the best safe switches in the current meta of Master League Premier Classic, and in combination with Togekiss, it is gonna apply so much pressure to the opponent. Those two Pokemon can tank the moves that your opponent is gonna throw at you, so that Swampert can have an easier time overall. Core breaker of the team, well, Florges with Vine Whip especially, because it can threat even that Swampert, but still, if you have Sludge Wave and the other two Pokemon can simply handle this threat as well with really close losses. Now, battlers, it's time for the final one, and we're gonna have an Electivire team. This team is gonna be kinda spicy, kinda off meta, but also it is gonna be extremely good against the meta, because it is gonna apply so much pressure to the opponent, especially with the charge attacks, while not being able to take a lot of hits. Only Walrein can take the hits, but Mamoswine and Electivire are gonna be some really nice glass cannons for the Master League Premier Classic, but because this is gonna be Master League in total, you're gonna have those Pokemon vamped up to level 40, which is gonna be kinda good for their defensive stats. It is not gonna be Great League, which you cannot tank pretty much anything, so you can take a few hits if you feel like you have to. And Electivire is gonna apply so much pressure with its Wild Charge. You also have Ice Punch for those flyers. You are not gonna need any other moveset, just go with that. This Pokemon is a very nice Pokemon overall, and also you resist the steel types, especially the Meteor Mash and the Bullet Punches, meaning that against Metagross you might have a very good matchup overall. Mamoswine as a closer applies so much pressure with its Avalanche and Bulldoze for the steals, Avalanche for the flyers, and any other neutral threat. Safe switch Walrein, because it can bait out whatever your opponent might have that can eventually threat out your Mamoswine for the end game. So Walrein, a pretty spammy option with come on, what is the move? Icicle Spear. Yeah, Icicle Spear, which was nerfed, but doesn't matter at all. It is still spammy, it is still pretty good, and also you have Earthquake for those steel types, while Powder Snow, it is gonna charge up your moves pretty much easily. Core breaker of the team, Machamp, yeah, because if it surpasses Electivire, everything else can be kinda weird for you. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers. Choof choof choof.